UnDaoDu. And I can't do a lot of chanting because I've come across an earthworm that needs saving. Look at this poor guy right here. Look at this guy. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, little guy? Yeah, now you're cold. You're gonna die. Or something is gonna eat you. Where are you headed? Warm him up a little bit. Let's go back to the house. And I was just saying to myself, it's too cold for any earthworms. I'm surprised. It is so cold last night. It was cold. This little guy, I'm feeling in his hand, is so cold. I mean, he's colder than my hand. He's much colder than I am. So I'm gonna warm him up, and he's gonna become the king of the earthworms that I saved yesterday. I'm bringing you the emperor. So these guys are amazing. So I'm gonna give him a nice little home. While warming up, I got him in my closed hound. UnDaoDu, UnDaoDu, UnDaoDu. In the future, you will tell the story of how God picked you up and took you to paradise. I'm taking him to Eden. I know, being the god of earthworms is kind of like a really cool thing. It has about the same importance as it is being the god of mankind, because just as the god of mankind, you know, it's just luck. If I stumble across, just happen to be there when you were, then I'm talking about the earthworm, then I'll save you like I am now, and he'll create a story. Wow, look at that. Wow. Look at this here, the power. This is the power of nature. Look, this plant has pushed up through this concrete. This concrete right here is this much concrete was pushed up by Mother Nature. That is how fucking powerful this is. That's pretty amazing stuff. I can feel he's no longer as cold as he was. I've just given, what should we call him? I think we should call him Do. King Do, how are you? I'm here to save you. You know, I have an idea. I'm gonna have O202 make some poems. All right, let's get back. UnDaoDu, UnDaoDu, UnDaoDu. Oh, no, do. Let's see where we're gonna put them. I'm sure I know where I'm gonna put them. So this captures a little rainwater. Here's my permaculture. I call it my salad garden. This is my salad garden. So his new home is gonna go right in here. There's only one problem. I peed in there this morning. You know, this has my DNA. This has, oh, he's starting to move. He knows he's near home. All right, hold on. He is now, I can tell him, he's excited about getting out. We'll use this bamboo so I don't touch my urine. There. There we go. And let's grab a container. So, you know, it was weird because I was just thinking to myself, I forgot my container. There's not gonna be worms. And the biggest damn fucking worm you can imagine was right there. Fucking the king of worms. Oh my god. Everyone's still sleeping. What time is it? Oh, they should be getting up any time now. Let's grab the container. Alright, got my worm container. Let's go back out. UnDaoDu, 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 UnDaoDu. Oh, do. Not getting any power out of this thing. Oh, look at these birdies. They're out there collecting worms. Just saw two birds, a couple of pigeons down on the road collecting worms. This will be a great day to feast on earthworms because the ground is so cold from last night, and they're all gonna be as the concrete heats up, it's gonna be like a magnet to the earthworms. So a magnet. Let's get out of the neighborhood before I start chanting loud. Last thing I want to do is wake everyone up. Oh, I went to bed late last night. So, un, Un has lots of meanings. Here's my walkway. So looking for Un. I don't know what kind of bird that is. Un. To understand why you exist. To want to know, right? Why am I here? Who am I? Right? One of the most, why does all exist? Uns don't have that question. Uns like, that question's too hard to ask. That question is too hard to answer. There's no way in hell I can understand that. An un says, I'm not gonna go there. I'm just gonna stay on the hamster wheel and just keep going. This guy collecting earthworms, the god of earthworms, what he has to say is just nonsense. You know what really matters? What really matters is how much money I have in the bank. Right? What matters is how many houses I have. What matters is basically, the clothes I'm wearing and the watch and the stuff that I have. That's what matters. Nothing else matters, because I understand it is the guy who wins the game wins. The one who dies with the most shit is the winner of all this stuff, right? Because I'm an un. They refuse to understand or ask the questions of who and why they exist. That's an un. The Tao is the hamster that pauses and looks out. It looks out over the hamster wheel. And he asks himself, I wonder if there's a meaning for all this. Man, what's that bright thing up in the sky? I wonder if there's he holds up his hand and blocks the light. That's bright. I shouldn't look at that. It's too bright, but look at this beautiful, beautiful landscape. There's got to be something about that. On down. That is breaking off into the journey of self-actualization, right? It's a journey. That's why it's a open hand, opening, right? It's good, and this opening, there are many different levels of this opening, right? And it starts off maybe with a question: why am I here? Who am I? No. And is there a bigger purpose? The uns will just reach for, dogma. They will follow some, some un who manipulates them and sends them a bunch of bullshit. Maybe, they'll say I'm one, right? There's one right there. You guys are a bunch of uns following this guy, right? Maybe, I don't know. This god of earthworms. Who the fuck does he think he is? Saving earthworms. What does that have to do with anything? Who cares? They're a fucking earthworm, right? Religion was spawned from uns. Now, it was started by a do, which I'll get to, in a failed attempt, like a failed startup, to try to explain things, right? Here's the thing that no enlightened person is going to tell you, okay? I don't know why. I don't know why they play this game of forcing you to think, and this whole struggle. I'm gonna take you from here to here. This here, right? The do are the ones that find you. They're the awoke ones, right? And you have do's that you follow. Even if you are an atheist, there's a do. The do of atheism is data, right? Is data. Is fact. Data is fact. Data is 1 or 0. That's data, 1 or 0. There's no in between in data. It's either a 1 or a 0. Now, you may not have enough 1s or 0s to know if it's a 1 or 0, or maybe the 1s and 0 produces 0s because there's, or 1s. But the real thing is, it looks like it produces 0s, right? Instead of a 1. And the reason for that is it's kind of a complex problem, right? A complex problem ultimately, initially looks bad, and they give up. They say, look, stop funding this thing. Look, it's bullshit. And if only they had, and I'll use an example. For example, it'd be the electric car in the 1990s. Imagine if we would have kept on electric cars in the 1990s instead of the car industry cutting it down. Jimmy Carter. Imagine if we would have pursued his agenda of transformation of our energy economy to a sustainable one. Imagine that. Jimmy Carter wanted solar panels and everything else, and imagine if we kept the regulations and we didn't get off the gold standard. And we said that everything has to equal the amount of gold. And you wouldn't just let banks just print money. And you wouldn't let the 1%ers manipulate the wealth and power cycle. Well, never mind, but just Google it, wealth and power, Noam Chomsky. There's video on it. And over and over and over, the uns have undone things so they can have what? More toys, more stuff. Because they don't care if they kill the world, because they won't be around for it. That's what you need to understand. The do, and that is you, and that is the secret. You are a do, my friend. You don't have to go through this whole path of awakening just know you're awoke. You're already awoke. And the moment you awaken and you stare, right, into the blinding light, okay, of the dew, that is you. The blinding light. Make sure you're staring with the eyes closed. UnDaoDu, 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 UnDaoDu. My friends, do people with a laugh and a smile. Dao. Help. Especially those around you that you love. Help them. Help your mom with her laundry. Help your mom clean up. You know, do something to help that will make someone else's life less hard. And finally, do. Serve and share the world. Serve the world, serve others, because we only have one. And by serving, which is the most selfless act we can do, to serve others, we can change it. I'm UnDaoDu, here, ushering in the 5th age with you. UnDaoDu, UnDaoDu, the god of earthworms. And see, look, I knew there would be no worms except for the king himself. The king came out to greet me because it wanted. You see, let me talk about something. Remember, I told you everything is connected, right? Everything is connected. We existed in a state of unness for an infinite time. And I'm going to explain why the earthworm was there. Because I knew there would be no earthworms. I'm looking, there are no fucking earthworms. Why does that earthworm come out? Now, this is where myth is created, right? Myth. Most likely, it's just by chance. But this is where our minds would create myth. Or this is how religion, it's a great example how religion, right, would come out. I don't know, maybe there's another one right here. Oh, there's another boy. UnDaoDu, it's not the king, it's the queen. I found the queen. How are you, my queen? Did I save you? Look, he's out here basking in the sun. Oh, you're barely alive. Come here, come here. Come here. We need to put a little water in with you. You're dehydrated. It's all right. Let's get a little water. I don't know where, but she's alive. Let's hopefully put him in here. It's up to her. Yeah, I didn't get out early enough. She's already drying out. The air is so dry right now, so they're so cold, and she's moving towards the dew, right? That's where they're like, oh, there's light there. I can feel that heat source. I can feel the heat source. So obviously these worms are very, they're very sensitive to heat. Now, the myth would be this, is that it came out to greet me, right? Because if you didn't understand the data, the data, oh my God, look, it's so cold. Why would that earthworm come out to UnDaoDu? It was obviously coming out to UnDaoDu to be saved by the god of earthworms. No! If you understand the data, right? Understand the data. Let me have you understand the data. The earthworm could feel the heat of the sun, right? Awaken. 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 Don't believe ridiculous stories that were made up 3,000 years ago because a dude like you tried to, explain to you that we are all connected in this unness, but he lacked a vocabulary, you see, my friend, my dear Un. He lacked a vocabulary. That we came out of a near singularity from a state of Un. And ultimately, he was just trying to help you. And you took his words wrong, and you created many unnesses. You call them religions, Christianity, Mohammedanism, which is fine, right? Because all the Sahdu with a big S, right? I'm a Sahdu with a small s, right? You'll notice I never put a big S by my name. The big Sahdus, the meaningful ones, we're trying to take the uns and explain to the uns, right? To awaken the uns to this. And they came up with this elaborate way because it wouldn't be good anyway for a lot of do's are undo's, right? They undo you. They undo you. Undo you. Undo you. And they were uns on the way to being a do, and something happened, and they saw an opportunity to make money. And they hand around the donation plate. It's only two. This is the queen. Right? This is the queen. I found the queen. All right, we got to get her back to the king. Could be fine. We'll put her in some warm water. She'll be okay. She's hardy. So I've gotten to the end of my path and story for you, my dear UnDaoDu. Because we are all awoken. Now the undaos, right? The undos, undo you, saw a lot of opportunities. They can gain power. Look at the Catholic Church. Yeah, they can undo and create all this ritual and all this mystique and create one of the most powerful empires in the world, the Roman Catholic Church. The Roman Empire, right? The Roman Empire. In the second era, right? Was the church. Look at this guy. Old grandma's out there. All the permacultures. Is it good? And gotta check all the way to the end. Maybe find the prince, queen. Now they're gonna come together. So they're the only two. These worms that are gonna be in there. They're gonna meet, fall in love, and have babies. I think earthworms are not male and female. I think earthworms are male and female. I think. Ohayou gozaimasu. Samui ne. Samui. Ne. Frog. Wish I have a frog. Yeah. Kore ii ne. Kore ii. Hold on. And so let's head back. So there were two. Adam and Eve. Rescued by the god of earthworms, UnDaoDu. UnDaoDu, 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 UnDaoDu. UnDaoDu. This guy didn't make it. This guy is where the she was going to be, right? Just crisp. Now, he will serve a purpose, for he will feed some bird a nice little meal. So, UnDaoDu. So, as a self-actualized person watching this, my message to you is, you are a dude. You are UnDaoDu. And you know, and really becoming enlightenment or becoming awoke, right? The right is, I mean, they don't even know what awoke means. Awoke mean understanding, right? They don't want they uns. See, the whole thing with the whole awoke movement is a creation of uns. The uns want to basically don't want you to awaken to the reality of things, right? They want to keep you, you know, they want to stop. They want to turn these guys, right, who are awakening, and say, you don't want to be awoke. No. You need to come back to us. Come back to us. Come back to us. And the ones that are in the path who've passed the point of no return. Because in the path of awakening, there is a path of no return. Once you get to this path of no return, you can't go back here, right? You may sleep